Hello, welcome back to the LMC podcast. I'm here with Puke, aka James Schmill, or
Hi.
James Schmill, aka Puke, and Andrew Mercer.
What episode is this?
I have no idea.
Nice. Edit in you saying the correct episode immediately so you look smart.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Brian said he doesn't do the edit, so he's going to have to make notes for the editor.
That was a note for the editor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Editor, do work.
Yeah. Where's your co-host? Where's Mike Wyban?
Michael Wyban, so we were going to do this last week, right? And then, we went to the West Virginia Hill Fest. And
More on that later.
He was on vacation. And so he's like, oh, just do a podcast after the race. And so I'm like, okay. And then, Thursday comes around and we're like, yeah, let's do the podcast. And you guys are like, well, we're already in West Virginia, so let's just do it some other time. And I was like, all right. So Mike Wyban's home, and I was actually talking to him. I think it might have been last night. I was racing on the simulator with him. And I'm like, hey, man, you want to do the podcast? And he's like, no, I think I need a break. And I'm like, what? All right.
That means he's done for good. No one's ever going to see him again.
There's no dedication.
If you guys like Mike, he's gone for good.
He's gone forever.
And I thought tonight was sim night.
Tonight usually is sim night. I don't know. During the summer times, it's really weird. So sometimes everyone's like, yeah, let's go sim racing. And then other times everyone's like,
people are like, I want to go outdoors and enjoy sunlight.
Yeah.
You don't get enough of that when you're at the track like once a month.
Right.
That's my vitamin D day.
So just a note, because I'm going to think of it the whole time. Brian, you don't have any charts or data to pull up, do you? That you can display.
I mean, I can pull up. Yeah, I can pull up the standings.
Editor, every time Brian mentions a driver, a car, a position, a run, or a time, I need you to insert the chart of times, the placing of all drivers, and then if Brian mentions a certain run, you need to play the entire video of that run and make sure it finishes before he finishes talking about that run.
Yeah. Also, if they could do an animation of the course and like cars.
Yes, exactly. Where it is on the map.
Yeah. I want to know what corner.
And the accelerometer, throttle position, braking force, the whole thing.
Ambient air temperature.
Yep. Tire temperature, all four corners, pressures.
Mm-hmm.
Temperature of the driver's seat.
Yeah.
That one's right.
Yeah. I feel weird not being able to pull up things on the screen and display data live.
Well, that's why you tell the editor to do it.
I mean, you can pull it up. You could go to the website and pull it up. Just go to...
rely on the listeners. We need to share it with them. We need to present it to them. Don't make the listeners do work.
On the screen right there in their face.
Well, yeah, it can be.
Nice. Thanks, editor.
Yeah, here it is.
Up there. Affiliate link below is what a lot of YouTubers say.
So I had a good weekend.
Yeah, well, you always do.
Not always, but I was very. It was a close battle. I was really thinking Joe was going to have it. I
thought so too. Because when I look at Joe, I just go, that guy's walking the course in the morning so deep in thought. He knows something.
Earbuds in.
Yeah.
Earbuds.
Don't talk to me.
It's like a meditation session for him or something. He's very zen. He's very relaxed.
Yeah.
Right. Not a lot of like Brian's all smiley and excited. Joe is just like
he's in the zone, concentrating,
walking slowly, staring, thinking. But he's also a guy who gets, pretty progressively faster generally.
Well, I mean, at the knockout round, he started the day with the fastest time of the day, and that pretty much he improved maybe a hundredth or two.
Yeah, he barely outdid himself throughout the day at the knockout
So,
round. But that's an oddball event where everything is thrown off, including myself, especially myself.
All you need is one good run where you overcook it into the finish and have to slide 20 feet to avoid timing.
Yeah, I don't do that, but
I did.
Yeah,
it's delightful.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, Puke and I drive the same car.
The 1997 ketchup packet.
Yeah, I have a thing where I have to force my friends to be included in whatever I'm doing.
He's very good at this.
So I force Puke to be included in LMC. And I used it to mentally justify buying a car for LMC as well. I'm like, well, if I buy this car for me, that is stupid. I already have a Miata, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would I get a second Miata? But then I'm like, if I get a second Miata, Puke could also
What
drive
about
it.
second breakfast?
Yeah. So
Exactly.
Puke also drives his Miata. Now, whenever it needs something, it's not like me going, well, this is a frivolous waste of money. I shouldn't buy tires for this car just for me. What do I need tires for?
Right.
But then I look at Puke and I go, geez, there's a guy who needs some tires. So
poor guy.
All things are justified.
Right.
Explains a lot.
How did Puke get the nickname Puke?
I filled a tuba.
I've heard that one.
Yeah, I know. It's the one I tell.
Wait, what?
You ever been to marching band? And you just get sick because you ate too many hot dogs, and you're just like, oh, there's a tuba. So you fill the tuba with gallons and gallons of sick.
Oh my! That can't be real.
Brian laughed so hard his computer died.
It's as real as anything else.
No, it's not real.
That can't be real.
It's the stupidest nickname that I got from a teacher in high school. Because he was actually a cool history teacher and he gave us fun nicknames. And one day he started naming off ridiculous stuff. And when he said Puke, I said, okay, I like that one for whatever reason.
Oh.
And I had 3 friends named James. So there were 3 of us. Jameses is.
So it's like only logical.
Jim, BJ, and Jimmy when I was in high school. So it worked out good because the nickname Puke was very unique. And then when I got into the military at the age of 18, I just would write it on stuff to, you have a lot of gear that's similar to everyone else's, so you mark it somehow. Mm-hmm. Instead of putting James or like JS4640, I would put Puke.
That's his PIN number, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually initials and social. It's on so much Army crap. I'm sure hundreds of people have seen it at this point. But,
oh, it actually is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, people ask me, like, what's his real name? I go, I don't know, Puke. And they go, come on, what's his real name? I go, I don't know, Puke. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, and I've used
And they keep pushing, and they go, where did he get the nickname? And I go, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. You'll have to ask him. And they keep pushing. So eventually I just go, blah, 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 Army.
There you go. That's not bad.
That's literally
not bad.
Verbatim what I say.
Yeah, because one drill sergeant called me Cold Steel, and that's just way too awful. It's too gay to use in real life.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not like you can't have, because there's no way I could live up to that nickname. I just have a face where when I'm in basic training or doing something hard that doesn't emote, so I just look either consternated or angry.
Constipated.
Yeah, or that. MREs are a heck of a thing. And but when I got out of the military or around there, I used it as a gamer tag, and I just used it ever since. And then Andrew at some point found out from playing a video game or something that I had a nickname, and Andrew likes nicknames. A lot of his friends have nicknames, and into their 40s, he still calls them the nickname. And then he tells adults that are also adults. Yeah. So
my 90-year-old grandmother calls you Puke.
Yeah, I could have given
She always asks how Puke's doing.
I could have given up on the nickname decades ago if it wasn't for you.
You're welcome.
But you let me drive a Miata, so
great racing talk.
Yeah.
I'm literally crying right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is easy.
This is how podcasts work. You just tell stupid
Make
stories.
Cry.
Yeah.
The Make
Ryan Cry show.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
No one forgets my name because they're like, oh, there's one guy named Puke. Obviously, I've heard of him. Whereas if I went by James, people would be like, which one?
Yeah, who's James?
Yeah, so for the first 36 years of my life, I was Doug.
What?
But, it was enough already, so.
Is that a joke about something to do with the kid show, Doug?
No.
I have no idea.
It's a stupid joke about picking a name later in life.
Oh. I don't know. Seinfeld reference, maybe?
No.
Oh. This man talks in
Edit that
Seinfeld
out.
only.
Editor,
leave it in. Leave in the awkward joke that nobody got. Maybe one person got.
How did no one get that? Okay.
Cars.
I didn't like the last event because I was bad at it. I don't know how to shift down into first real good. And so all I would do is go into that curly Q and plow.
So, yeah.
And that was slippery concrete. Like it goes from the asphalt of the track to the slippery concrete. I could not figure that out.
So Misery Bay, for anyone who doesn't go racing
aptly
with us,
named.
It's the best venue by far.
It's a fun venue.
It's the coolest venue.
But sometimes misery ensues.
Worst facilities. Third worst facilities out of the 4 venues.
How
Third
so?
It's better than a porta potty. Yeah.
Yeah, porta potty. Well, sometimes the one venue doesn't have porta potties at all, and we have
That's
to
why
go
it's the
into
worst.
a gas station, or not a gas station, but the restaurant,
which isn't open for the first 4 hours of the day. So
thankfully, they have dumpsters nearby.
Here's the bathroom rankings, people. Pit Race, very top. Great facilities.
Yeah. All the way up
nice.
Like if I were to shower in public showers, I might consider doing it there.
Yeah.
But I'd still rather go and not be showered.
Yes.
But that's how good the facilities are at Pit Race.
The showers are nice.
So below that,
you
have IX Center, which just at least has a porta potty. Sometimes 2.
Yeah. The only problem, or the main problem with that porta potty is it is 2 miles away from the other end of the autocross course. So sometimes in between like worker changes and driving, I don't have one of them cool little scooties.
Yeah.
So I have to walk there and it takes forever.
Third worst is Misery Bay. Just because it seems like there's too much to do. Like you go in, the layout's wrong. Like, yes, it's technically better than a porta potty, but
oh, you're talking about the trough pisser.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's no walls.
There's more people walking in at the same time.
Yeah.
At least the porta potty, you're alone usually.
Right. Hopefully.
But, yeah. So that's the third worst.
Yeah.
And then the fourth worst is definitely East Lake, where there was a porta potty like once.
Yeah.
I thought there's been a porta potty there every time.
No. There's a dumpster that's available in the morning that you can just go behind.
Mm-hmm.
And then the restaurant opens at like 11.
Yeah.
Usually I don't drink enough fluids before 11 to have to go.
Oh, you got to hydrate, son. On some of those days when it's 95 and 80% humidity.
Well, you're also not driving 2 hours to get there and working before you leave.
I wake up at 4 a.m. and drive 2 hours and get hot before I even get to the track.
This is
and I'm drinking caffeine too. If you drink a lot of caffeine, eventually it catches up to you.
Mm-hmm.
And thus
racing
dumpsters.
So
what is that? What we're talking about?
Yeah, Misery Bay, the best venue with the second worst bathroom. Usually the course is pretty good and has some fast stuff in it. This course was all super slow and tight.
Yeah.
Well, so
short.
It was a short course. There was only really one slow corner, and that was the lollipop or whatever you want to call it.
I kept calling it curly Q. Pig's tail. Flip them around.
I think it's a lollipop because you go up the stem, go around, and then down.
No, it was crazy.
That made the most sense to me.
Well, okay, we'll go with lollipop.
It was a very
He's
tight
the man that owns the show. So.
180 turnaround, but more than 180, but a weird exit.
Editor, put this on the screen somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Show what we're talking about. So I hated the course until I didn't. Then I liked the course.
Because you did okay at some point?
No, not because I did okay. Because I reset myself in the afternoon completely. And then halfway through the afternoon, when I only had 2 runs left, that's when I started my day. So I know for a fact I would have been the fastest had I just started at the beginning of the day as opposed to the end of the day.
So is this one of those you need more runs deal?
I always need more runs.
No, I don't always need more runs. Kind of. Yeah, this is the perfect example of that because I have this thing where I don't care what turning the knobs on the car does, really. I just go, oh, what are you doing? Yeah, whatever you're saying makes sense. I'll do that too. I learned how dumb that really was.
So you didn't ask anybody what they were doing?
No, I do ask people what they're doing, and that's my problem, Brian.
Yeah, so we've been setting up our suspension very similar to Jonathan, because Andrew is very close in competition with Jonathan. So I guess you assume that like what he's doing is what the red car should be getting, right?
Yeah. But it runs counter to what I think I want.
Yeah.
But I go, but I don't research this stuff. I don't know what these knobs do. I mean, I know what they do, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to take the advice from the person who geeks out on it and cares and knows the differences. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll just trust his judgment so I don't have to invest the time in learning.
So let's see here. We were doing soft fronts and harder rears.
Yep.
And I think in the afternoon you changed it to harder front, softer rear.
Yes, a big flip.
Yeah.
So what that did is, not great runs in the morning. They're fine, but not spectacular. And I'm behind the pace. The pace is being set by Jonathan, Brian, Joe. And, I'm just doing what seems to make sense on paper, but it runs counter to what I think I want. Okay. But I go, well, the competition's tight here. Let's stop relying on your gut. Andrew, you're an idiot, so don't trust yourself.
Sure.
So there I am, not trusting myself. And
a true race car driver.
I'm behind the pace, and it's not getting better.
You'd be perfect for F1, where you just go, ah! And other people do everything until you get into the car.
Well, also, I was convinced that the clutch was slipping.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. So you said it to me, and I went, what?
So I'm convinced the clutch is slipping, and I'm thinking, is this car going to survive until the end of the day with two people driving it? And
one of them being bad at it.
There's supposed to be a downshift here, which is two more hard actions on the clutch. Like, what if this clutch only has like 9 more engagements?
Yeah.
And we both have a lot more runs to do.
So I drove it at the hill climb, and it has the most minuscule slip. And usually it takes like maybe a month, 2 months, 3 months for it to get to the point where you're just losing power because it's slipping so bad.
Okay. But see, I don't know that. All I know is I'm not chirping no matter how hard I try. I should be chirping second. I can see a little voop in the revs, but the tires aren't chirping. So that voop, that extra rev is getting lost somewhere.
Is it possible that
it's not slowing me down?
So we have a brand new set of tires that we put on right before this event.
It'll still chirp. It's just still chirp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they're newer, stickier somehow.
So
okay,
I noticed that.
Yeah.
On run number 2 for the day.
So what is slippage? It's where the clutch is instead of grabbing, it slips just a little bit.
Yeah. Basically.
Hence slip.
Basically, the engine is spinning faster than the transmission is because they're not really engaged.
Okay.
Normally, if the engine is spinning too fast, it will engage with the drive line, and if anything's going to slip, it should be the tires.
I see. Okay.
Right. This you're getting that extra slippage in the drive line, in the clutch flywheel.
Is this caused by just an old clutch?
Yeah. Or burnt
damaged?
Out.
Yeah.
So I noticed that, or I think I noticed that, but it's minuscule. It's not slowing me down. It's not losing me time. What loses me time is when I go, I'm pretty sure that was a clutch slip. And then that's what I'm thinking about as I'm trying to drive the course and deliberately not downshift to first.
It's in your head.
So that was my entire morning.
Yeah.
And then I get mad and I'm talking to Brian and I'm like, Brian, I like your style. You know why? Because you drive like I do. So how are you setting your car up? And then Brian gives me information that runs totally counter to everyone else's information, which made sense to me. And I go, yes, this makes sense to me, but not for anyone else. I'm going to reset back to how I like it, which is how Brian likes it. So I do. And then I can't drive the car at all.
Oh, no.
It's a totally different car.
Really?
I hit cones. I don't spin, but I hit cones. I screw up. I do all sorts of things very poorly for 2 runs. Then that was like a full-on reset. I stopped thinking about the clutch. I decided to downshift. And I had a great run, and now I'm like back on pace almost. And I'm like, geez, all it took was 1 run with the right setup, and I'm basically right there. And then 1 more run, I was a little faster. But had those been my first 2 runs of the day, I am convinced that I could have been up there.
So why was the setup different in the morning than it was in the afternoon?
So a stiffer rear and a softer front should make a car generally less pushy, right? Should make it oversteer a little more. When you're going through a long, sustained corner, the rear should step out before the front lets go, if the rear is stiffer.
Pointy.
But yes. However, you can't throw the car into the corner nearly as easily when the rear is really stiff. You kind of need the rear to have some give so the car gets thrown into the corner. And if you do that right, you won't have a pushy car. You won't understeer. Now, if the car ever settles down, correct me if I'm wrong, Brian, but if the car ever settles down after you initially throw it in, then it could push and the car is more, I don't know, conducive to understeer at that point, but not if you drive it a certain way. So the way I like to drive, I actually think I do want a pushy car according to the technical setup.
Okay.
But I don't drive it like it's a pushy car.
So it turns into a pointy car the
I
way
can
that
overcome the
you drive it.
understeer. And then I also noticed, like in slaloms and stuff, I have a lot more initial bite.
Yeah.
But again, if I were to like slowly turn into a corner and just keep dialing and steering, I think the front's going to give out before the back ever does. But I don't slightly turn into a corner. I throw it in under braking.
Okay.
And that's what I like.
Yeah. Throw it in under the braking, get the rear pivoting, and then nail the gas, and then you just steer it out.
And that's what I love about Miatas is you can throw it into the corner and get a little bit of weight transfer to throw yourself into that corner. I don't know. That's what I always loved about like a stock ES Miata is it just has that natural, like that's naturally how it drives.
What's ES mean?
E Street.
Ah, gotcha.
So basically, I don't know. I think the car is set up more like an E Street car now.
Well, one of the difficulties with autocross is that it changes every single event because it's a different course and different elements. So
yeah, I think
it's tough because if you don't really understand,
yeah,
true. So like understanding, because I've never until we got this car, where you got this car and I drive it and brake it. Like there was no setup on any of the cars that I autocrossed.
Right, they were stock.
Yeah, they were just stock cars, and so like you're just like, okay, I'm going to try and figure it out and just do what you do in the car. But now we have settings that can be adjusted, and then you have to figure out, well, what setting best accommodates this course this time.
Yes, but what works for me might not work for you. Like
I'm
what
sure
works for Brian does not work for Jonathan, and vice versa.
Although I feel like in the afternoon the car I felt like it drove a little bit better, but also it might have just been that I was getting more used to the course as the day progressed because you have more practice runs,
Yeah. And but everyone else likes to play around with downshifting, and I usually don't like to. I like to just not bother with it. But when I do it, it usually works out pretty well.
Yeah, I tried it once, and because I can't heel toe, I don't think it worked out good at all.
So
this course was necessary for a downshift.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I lost tons of time in that curly Q trying to get that correct. And then it's just because the other thing, too, is it was a super tight corner uphill slightly. Because we're on, so you go into it on the slippery concrete kind of down bank and then turn immediately. And then you're going up on the slippy and like, oh, poor car. Didn't like it.
So ultimately, and Brian did kind of spoil it, but he won the event just by a hair.
Congrats.
I mean, him and Joe were neck and neck on every run, and it was a total toss-up as to who was going to win.
Yeah.
And I am a very bad loser. So is Brian.
Yeah.
But so is Jonathan. But I don't know. When it's that tight of a race and I'm out of it, and I'm just watching those guys do their runs, I'm cheering them both on. Like, I don't know who I want to win more. Because even though Brian always wins and everyone supposedly hates it, I like that Brian wins.
Thank you, Andrew.
Brian got 30 points, Andrew 25, Joe 27. So Andrew came in third. What looks like Ryan came in. Yeah. I got a whole 5 points. Woo!
Maybe he should throw out all of his research and flip-flop to a setup like you and I.
So I think the course was really sensitive to throttle input. On my last run, I paid more attention to my throttle input than I did on every other run. Going in, it was that, and also the braking into the lollipop. I watched Jonathan's run, and it was really hard to judge because there's no like cone that you break at. It was kind of
Yeah.
like a little bit after this cone, but a little bit before this cone. And you wanted to be at just the right angle so that, once you were done braking, you could start turning in and you were going to be tight on. You wanted to be tight on both the cones, not just the first cone. Because if you went wide on that second cone, you added too much distance. And distance at low speed costs so much more than distance at high speed. But
Yes, and through all that, while you're setting up for that corner and thinking about all that, you're also braking hard with no visual indicators as to where, and
then
trying to downshift and not
putting
screw
it
that up.
into first, yeah. So putting it into first after I hit the brakes, turn in, and then getting back on the gas as I'm going up the hill, and I'm just keeping that wheel cranked to the left. And if you watch my video, you can actually see the cone on the driver's side of the car. That's how close I was to it. And then, so I nailed the gas out of there. And then as soon as I got to that cone wall where you had to turn left, it was a lift off the gas. I stayed in first, lift off the gas, make it around the turn, and then it was the slowest ramping onto the gas as I could while still maintaining traction. And then shifting into second, I noticed a few people on their videos shifting into second that they would let out on the clutch too hard and they'd get on the gas too hard and it would unsettle the whole rear of the car and it would slide out, and there was so much time lost from that. It was I was trying to be so careful of letting out the clutch and getting back on the gas as smoothly as possible so I didn't unsettle the rear of the car going into that slalom. And once I knew I was in gear and had traction, I could just shoot through the slalom as fast as I could.
And that's something I think is particularly hard in a car like this with the soft rear end where you're used to being violent and throwing it into the corner.
Right.
Right. Trying to train yourself to be gentle when you're like, I don't have any power. Why do I have to be gentle?
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, you had to, because if you did make that mistake that you just explained, it's just all it's going to do is mess you up for the rest of this long slalom. Every single turn you make in that slalom is now going to be messed up because you were too impatient to just give yourself a beat to keep the car settled. It's not like you're going to gain a ton of time between two slalom cones at the risk of upsetting every single slalom cone that you're going to pass by.
Right. And then another thing I found beneficial was after the slalom, going on the banking a little bit. You could really lean the car into the banking and get on the gas a lot earlier if I kind of slid the driver's side of the car up onto the banking and then shoot back down into the center.
So using like a little bit of oversteer and then settling it at the exit.
It wasn't necessarily oversteer. I mean, there was some correcting I had to do coming back off of the banking. But as you know, driving on the banking, you can just go around it so much faster than you can on flat ground because you're kind of using, I guess, the
centrifugal force.
Right. You're using that weight advantage in a lateral motion, and you're gaining more traction from it. So
and
initially, yeah, go ahead.
Well, speaking of the banking, the other issue is you're coming off the banking, you're turning in back to the flat, and it's literally lifting the inside rear tire off the ground.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were having this problem. That inside rear tire was spinning, and everyone's going, oh, my limited slips broke. So after the morning runs, I told Jonathan, I'm like, my clutch is broken. My LSD is broken. We have an event next week.
I remember that.
One of you guys has to drive it back to the shop. Yeah. I can't deal with this. Like, it was, it was very stressful.
Yeah, I remember you saying the limited slip was broken as well.
I don't remember hearing that part.
Yeah, meanwhile, Brian's just like, I want to go fast. And I'm sitting there going, the car's broken.
Yeah.
That's what's going through my head as I'm trying to supposedly race.
And I was almost like, ooh, I get to ride home with someone else in air conditioning instead of baking. But then you changed your mind. I got to bake.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. So, yeah, that's an event I would like to forget.
I don't know. I was starting to like it towards the end.
Really?
Yeah, and not because I wasn't winning or anything. Like, of course, you like events where you win, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I figured it out late, but I let the broken car thoughts just escape my head and focused on actually driving. So I guess I was stressed out all day, and at the end of the day, that's when I stopped being stressed and just tried to drive. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I should actually just enjoy an event. That's sort of where I was.
Yeah. I just liked the IX Center event prior to this last Misery Bay event because it's a lot longer and faster and challenging in that way.
Well, this was
instead
plenty
of like
challenging.
slow challenge. I don't like slow challenging, I guess.
This one was hard. This one was hard because you had to be so precise. You can get away with on a long course. You can get away with a little bit of it, with a little bit of mistakes, because there's so much time there. Whereas in a short form course, like one mistake and you might have ruined your run.
And not only that, on a long course, your competitors have so many opportunities to make mistakes too. So if you make one, it's just kind of like, well, yeah, so did everybody else.
Yeah.
The course at Misery Bay was very technical. Like you had to make your mark to, make the whole run count. It was a very challenging course, but I was not the biggest fan of it either. I like the fast flowy stuff, and I mean, I love the Misery Bay guys. They put on great events, but it wasn't the most flowy course.
Yeah,
no, for sure. But it was different, and I kind of liked a little bit different.
It was different.
Yeah, true.
The competition
not so different, like a knockout round different, but a different course. Totally cool.
The competition was good, so
for sure.
So the next event we have is
August 14th.
That's today.
September 14th.
September 14th at the IX Center. So basically what we were all complaining about Misery Bay being a short, non-flowy course is going to be the opposite.
Nice.
So
maybe. Do we know what the course is yet?
Nope. I don't think
it's an IX Center course, so it's going to be fast, and it's going to have one or two very tight turns on it,
and a lot of gravel.
One tricky one. Yeah,
I really enjoyed the first IX Center course we had. That one was an absolute blast, and we were like neck and neck too.
Who's we?
I don't remember that.
You and Jonathan.
Oh, we were? I don't remember.
Yeah, we were within, I think, a couple hundredths, all three of us. So,
and how'd that end
up?
Oh, you don't need to look it up. I just thought you knew off the top of your head.
It was
recite
me first place, you second place, and Jonathan third.
Okay, no wonder you like that event.
Mm-hmm.
I can like events that I did poor at.
What about the first Misery Bay event? Did you like that one?
No.
Then why not? I thought it was great. I thought it was spectacular. Why didn't you like it?
It was raining, and my co-driver left me.
It doesn't affect your runs.
You sure
did. You talking about the first one this year?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was miserable. Hence,
Misery. It was cold and wet, and I just wanted to go home and sit in a dark basement and watch Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the next event that we're supposed to be talking about right now is at the IX Center on the 14th. What are your guys' predictions for places, stuff like that?
Brian wins. Jonathan comes in second. Andrew loses somehow.
Mine's kind of similar to that.
Yeah. Because if Andrew isn't first, then he thinks he's lost completely and gets all pouty.
Yes, I have. I've only lost completely this year.
We need a top 5 roster.
Yeah, so Puke still got 2 more people to pick.
Oh, I'm on like 14th, so that's the next person I care about.
Okay, Puke hates all of you. So now my predictions are boring. I think that they're kind of the default. Like Brian at the top, right?
Yeah.
Joe in a super close second.
Okay.
then Jonathan, then me, and then someone with the first name Ryan. Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm not good enough to figure out which one.
So Brian's not going to be in there anywhere, huh?
Brian's at the top, I said.
Are you sure? I thought
Are you listening to this show?
No. Where are we? Who are you?
Who are you?
Jonathan, I don't know.
I did say Jonathan in there, but he was third.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. It is getting late. You're right.
All right, Brian, what's your prediction?
It's a tight battle. I'm rooting for myself to get first, but who knows what's going to happen. I think Jonathan is going to get. I think he's going to be either first or second. I think Joe Murphy won an IX Center event the first year, so I think he's got a really good shot at winning that as well. I think it's a toss-up between me, Jonathan, and Joe, and you. So it's a toss-up between 4 people.
Like you're just doing me a favor there. I don't think you actually believe.
You were this close to me in the first race, which was also an IX Center event. I think you could seriously pull something out.
What if I finally learned how to drive because I flipped the suspension on the car?
Oh, what if?
Then we're all screwed next year.
What if I had no idea what I was doing up to that point? Because really, I was falling apart. Like, I was totally falling apart. Like going into the knockout round, the whole thing is don't hit cones. And I go, I never hit cones. You can, aggregate all of my runs, and you're just like, geez, Andrew can do an entire season and hit 2.5 cones.
Okay.
So, knockout round, don't hit a cone. That's all you got to do. Don't hit a cone. So, I should just do nothing different, right? And then I go out there, and I brag about never hitting cones, right? And I'm telling people, I'm like, oh, my whole job is not hitting cones. I'm great at my job. Doesn't mean I'm fast, but I'm not hitting cones. Then I go out and I hit more cones than I ever hit in my entire life. In one run, I tripled the amount of cones that I had hit for the last 2 seasons in one run. And it's all been downhill since then.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a possibility that you're listening to people give advice that is good for themselves, but it doesn't match your style.
Yeah. See, this is what I'm saying. So with that hill climb, in the rain, on the slicks, with no power steering, not knowing the hill, I knew nothing. I knew absolutely nothing. I didn't know how to drive this car. I didn't know how to take this road. I didn't know how a slick worked. And I did phenomenal, right? When I first got into racing, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to set up a car. I didn't know how to explain what I wanted the car to do. I just knew how to move the car around, and I did phenomenal. Now that I know things, it's only ruining me.
Yeah.
So maybe before the next event, we got to do like a Wile E. Coyote thing where you hit me in the head real hard and I forget everything.
Okay. I can do that.
Then you're in trouble, Brian.
I have a shovel.
I think.
What if you just got super drunk?
Well, that's not allowed at the event.
Yeah.
Get drunk before the event.
Oh, before, yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah, I can't get a DUI at a private event, right?
Yeah, it's private property.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't
get kicked
I don't
out of
know.
the
I
event.
think you get up into your head too much.
You do. I know at a pit race, I kind of screwed you.
Oh, that was the worst.
I really screwed you actually, because I come back from my last run. it was the doubleheader day, right? So run from day 1 plus run from day 2, and Andrew was ahead of me by 0.3, and we'd already talked about this on the podcast.
And I felt good about it.
Me unknowingly, I wasn't thinking about it, and I crossed the finish line, and Andrew is like next in line to run, and he goes, "Well,
I'm driving by Brian. Brian just saw his time pop up, and I'm pulling up to the start. And like, if I'm passing by someone like Jonathan or Brian, I'm just like, how'd you do? Because 1, I want to know how much threat there is to me.
Yeah.
But 2, I also like want to know if Brian did good. So like, good job, bud. Right. So I yell, how'd you do? And I'm visually signaling this. I'm doing thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down. Right.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing. And Brian does this thing that was super sneaky and kind of evil. He looks at me. He sees what I'm doing. He knows what I want out of him. He knows that I'm asking him how he did. He doesn't tell me. He just stares at me for a second, lets me finish my hand gestures. Then, when it's almost too late to find out, he just goes, "Good luck, buddy." With an evil look on his face.
Nice.
Then I go out, and I don't know what happened. I basically did the whole course in reverse or something. Doesn't mess with me that much.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I didn't think about it though, because you were already ahead. So I was like, oh, let me just mess with him. He already won it.
Then clearly you did think about it.
Well, I thought about it in the fact of like I forgot that there was an event the next day that added.
Right.
Do you
So
understand?
you
what I'm saying?
can't let people get in your head like that.
I am, but here's what happened too. Because he was in my head. Day one, I had suspension set up like I like it. Day two, I asked for knowledge.
Yeah.
Which apparently we've learned is not helpful to me. And I try to apply that knowledge. And then I could not run quickly the next day.
And then another no was that you normally do all your runs at once. And you normally do them after Puke does his runs.
Yes.
But that day you looked at the sky and you didn't look at the forecast. And you swore it was going to rain. And so you're like, I got to do all my runs now or else I'm going to get rainy runs. And so
you're right. I do get up in my head. Holy crap.
you went out there and you did all your runs and you got in your head.
Puke, you're right. I should just be completely hammered when I go do this. My head isn't there, so I can't get up in it.
Exactly.
You're on this.
I think that's the secret.
No, nothing. Don't think. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Dump clutch, shift a second.
Mm-hmm.
Turn wheel, hit gas.
Yeah, I wonder if you probably were concerned about the rain because you do get really worried about, they're going to get dry runs or I'm going to get wet runs. Or...
Yeah, it'd be horrible.
Yeah. I just go and have fun. And I know I'm going to suck.
What?
If I do better by the end of the day versus the first of the day, whatever.
It is fun helping other people get faster, though. I do enjoy doing that.
It is.
Like, I do like helping you get faster, because whatever mistakes I'm making, I can't identify them and correct them usually. But when I see someone else make a mistake, it's so easy to fix.
You just say, do this, and then...
Yeah. Like, why aren't you doing that?
Yeah.
You should just do this instead. And then you're just like, shut up. And then you do it, and you're like, oh, yeah, that worked. I'm faster.
Okay. So it was after the Misery Bay event, we went to Cheddar's. We got dinner. We had really good chicken. I don't remember what everyone else got, but I know I got chicken.
We got really full, and then we all raced each other up a hill to see who could do it fastest and not vomit.
That didn't happen. Oh. We had food, and then before we went into the restaurant, I locked my keys in my car.
Oh, right.
So fortunately, Charles's wife Jen was nice enough. She went to the local Giant Eagle and got a clothes hanger from the clothes dry cleaner. And we
the hanger aisle.
the hanger aisle, yes. And we got the keys out of my car. But after that, Andrew's like, "Hey,
a knife have been faster?"
Huh?
Wouldn't a knife been faster?
It would have been faster, but it would have been a lot more expensive.
Yeah. A little less free.
Yes.
That sucks. It's never fun to do.
Andrew's like, "Hey, you should come to this West Virginia Hill Fest." He told me about it before, and I was kind of like, I don't know. And he's like, "Yeah, you should come. We're gonna be racing up a hill."
Oh, we got medals last year.
Oh, medals!
They didn't hand these out this year.
No, they did not.
I just noticed the one hanging behind Andrew.
So I was like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds fun." Andrew's like, "Yeah, it should only be like a 4-hour drive or something." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I went on. It was I think Monday or Tuesday. I went online and I bought my ticket. It was a lot more expensive than an autocross, but that's okay. I had a great time.
They are.
And I looked up the route, and it was a 6.5 hour drive. So that was fine.
That's more than 4, turns out.
Yeah, Andrew forgot to account for the fact you live 2 hours closer than he does.
Yeah.
In Pittsburgh.
That's okay. I had a blast. Honestly, the drive down was fun.
Well, once you get past Pittsburgh, the drive gets pretty nice.
Yeah.
Because you get into the hills of West Virginia.
That's right. Fortunately, Pennsylvania cops are like non-existent, so you can cruise along the highway. And then when you get into the back roads of West Virginia, there's also like no cops, so you can cruise through the back roads.
And the speed limits are like faster than Puke will even drive. So
right, yeah, you might pass him on your way back home, even though he left half an hour before you did.
I feel so bad for the locals just waiting behind you.
How? No. Well, you were dragging a trailer, but
sure was.
You left how many hours before I did from the event? Do you think?
Oh, 2?
Oh, okay. Because I got here an hour and a half after you did, because you dropped off your trailer at my house. And I saw it on the security cameras.
Yeah, but I had to stop for gas like 96 times.
I was curious if I would beat you here. I'm like,
you're not going to get 2 hours.
I didn't think so, because you drive a truck and a trailer very fast. I was following you down to the event.
We should have a truck and trailer autocross. Wouldn't that be fun?
They have buses at Misery Bay.
Minimum 24-foot trailer.
Yeah.
Same course last week, Misery Bay.
Yeah.
Same course.
Slalom and all.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't think that's going to work, but
if you throw it into the corner hard enough, it might.
But
Hillfest. We get to West Virginia, and I'd never been to West Virginia before. This was super cool. I've only driven through it on 77, so that's not really being to West Virginia. Went to the top of a mountain, and there was this cool little town, and there were clouds. Like I was driving through the clouds. That was cool. And then they had a race. So the race started on Friday.
I think they were running on Thursday. If you got there early enough, we got in late Thursday, so we missed the opportunity to run on Thursday. But yes, it started on Friday. So this was technically a hill climb, but anyone who looks into this event, do not judge all hill climbs based on this event.
Right.
Puke and I used to attend, volunteer, work at hill climbs, and I run hill climbs before too. They're not like this.
Why?
This was more just here's a road that does go up a hill.
Yeah.
And we're going to put an event on it. And that's about the extent of our thought about the driving portion. We do a ton of cool stuff around it.
Yeah.
But we're focused more on that than we are the driving portion.
Yeah.
Most hill climbs are tighter mountain roads, twistier, more like if you've ever seen an asphalt rally stage, right? Like not the smoothest of pavement, not the widest of pavement, right? Cars get a little sideways, but they're never going super crazy fast.
Because you really can't.
Very technical. Yeah. So coming from an autocross world, going to a traditional hill climb is actually a pretty nice transition. Like it's a logical step if you live in a place that isn't Ohio. Right. But if you live in Ohio, like you're out of luck.
They could have very short hill climbs.
Yeah, like the highway embankment or something. But this hill is not representative of a hill climb because it is a very smooth, for the most part, very wide, quite straight road. Yes, it has some switchbacks on it, but for the most part, it's very straight.
In between that were far apart from each other.
Yes.
Yeah, you get like a quarter mile in between each switchback almost.
And on top of that, the parts that are straight, quote unquote, they're not totally straight, which makes for a strange cocktail.
Okay.
Right? Because you can be wide open, but you get to such speeds where all of a sudden you realize aerodynamics are a thing for a reason. And now you're going around slight curves or over the slightest little crest at speeds where where like aero does make
Yeah.
a difference.
Inertia starts to come into play.
Yes. And for the car that I was driving, it's a real problem because it's too fast. Like, it's not the fastest car there by any means. It's way low power compared to a lot of the big cars there.
What car are you referencing?
I'm driving a 295 horsepower Miata, but at that altitude and on who knows what the horsepower was.
Okay.
But it's a Miata that makes well over twice the amount of horsepower a regular Miata makes.
Yeah.
Right. And at an autocross, it's like, oh, this car is so hard to drive because it's way too fast for this. At the hill climb, you just go, I wish I had twice the power.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only in the parts where you're just accelerating straight out of a hairpin.
Yeah.
At the parts where you're reaching speeds that are kind of ridiculous, that's where it's sketchy because it was fast enough to get to those speeds, but did not have the aero to compensate for those speeds.
Yeah.
So that's where I start to dislike the hill because, like, I'm not a guy who cares too much about safety. But at that speed with no aero,
yeah,
you just start to realize, geez, they're letting just anybody come here. Like, you can buy a car nowadays with 500 horsepower for like no money and just show up here and drive it.
Yeah. And people did.
They do. And because of that, I would think the organizers would have to work extra hard to keep things organized and extra safe. They're definitely loosey-goosey on both of those factors, in my opinion. Other than that, they're great people. They make a very fun event.
Yeah.
The attendees are pretty cool.
Venue.
Yeah, the coolest venue you can imagine. It's a ski resort at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, instead of
not
the
at the base. You're not looking up at the mountain. You're looking down on the rest of the world that's not having as nice of a time as you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I think one of the organizers called it a cars and coffee with some racing or something at one point, like a car show with a bit of a race event. And it is much more like that. It's you get to see a lot of really unique and cool vehicles, and also sometimes drive.
Yep.
And yeah, it's so fun. And you can go to WestVirginiaHillFest.com and see videos there if you're curious about what kind of vehicles there were. Because there was just
everything
a massive
from
variety of
the most beater Miata ever without a windshield,
without a windshield,
to a Lamborghini race car.
Yeah, an actual like GT3 or something Lamborghini.
And then there were also Pikes Peak cars.
Oh, that too.
Pikes Peak cars. There were stock cars,
drift cars,
every type of
cross cart,
Corvette,
electric cross carts.
Some guy in an SUV.
At least 9 million Corvettes.
A Durango Hellcat.
Yeah.
Porsche.
So
a lot of Porsches, yeah.
This year, it pretty much doubled in size from last year. Last year, it was slightly different as far as the runs went, but less attendance. So we actually got a lot of runs.
And they had a longer course last year, too.
Yes.
They had shortened the course a bit.
They had shortened the course for safety.
Is that what it was for?
Yes.
It wasn't just because of times?
No.
Well, back to the drawing board a little bit more.
Yeah.
But because the finish, unfortunately, was... I didn't have a problem because I bet at most I was doing 50 at the finish.
Yeah.
So
weren't even highway speeds.
Yeah.
The first day, though, Puke and I are running, and there's a good amount of Miatas that attended. So we end
more
up
than last year,
gravitating towards the Miata guys. We're talking to them as we're waiting to go and take our turn. And at the end of the day, I go, "Oh, there's this kid coming, you guys. Just so you know, his name is Brian. He is going to set the pace for Miatas." And they're all just like, "Yeah, whatever." They don't care. And I'm just prepping them. I'm just letting them know.
Yeah.
Here's what they
I
got
did not
coming.
know this.
He's showing up late tonight, but you wait until tomorrow. You give him one run up this, and he's going to nail it.
Yeah.
He is going to. Good luck to any of you catching Brian's times.
Yeah.
And then what happened? What happened, Brian? You showed up. You didn't know what to expect. You didn't know what the hell was going on.
You've never hit
find the Airbnb.
What?
You couldn't even find the Airbnb.
I couldn't even find the Airbnb. I show up and, I must have had the wrong address because I show up and it's like a check-in center and I call you.
I think you literally just navigated to Snowshoe.
I think that's probably what I did.
There's more than one spot in this entire town.
Yeah. Hey, I'd never been there.
And there's no service, and it's like
there's no service.
You didn't have cell signal for the last hour.
Yeah.
But yeah, So go ahead.
I show up. What was I saying? What am
No,
I
you're just
supposed to say?
showing up. I don't know. Just give us your experience. You show up and you haven't run yet. Puke and I have been running all day. We know what's going on. We got the lay of the land.
Mhm.
You're not even driving your car. You don't know what to do, where to go, who to
Yeah.
talk to.
I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna figure it out. You know, we're all human. Can talk to regular people, and that's
The
pretty
day
much.
before, I told all these people, I'm like, this Brian guy, he's not even human. He'll tell you he is, but
I'm human. Believe it. Believe me.
Mm.
I show up, go to the Airbnb. It's like 9 o'clock. You guys had ordered pizza, and
Oh, the pizza situation.
oh yeah.
pizza was mediocre, very thin.
Don't worry, it took forever to get.
It's okay. When they tell you it's going to be ready in 10 minutes, it was ready in 45 minutes. It was not worth it, but anyway.
Yeah, we have some pizza, and then we go to bed. And then we wake up.
And went home.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, there was more. Yeah.
We wake up. We go down to the. I guess so. You had your trailer parked there next to the cross carts, and then we had the green car and the ketchup packet, and just fogging everything off. And then I think we went down the hill to get some breakfast croissants, which were really good. And then we went to the driver's meeting, and oh boy, this is a driver's meeting that I've never been to. Pretty much, it was just it was just a complaining session from everybody from the previous day.
A lot of feedback.
Lot of feedback. I think they could have given the feedback without 200 people standing around. Individual,
I tried before. Yeah.
One-on-one feedback.
Tried.
We didn't need to hear everyone complaining about what happened the day before. Just tell us how to be safe. Tell us the game plan for the day, and then let us go do our stuff. Like, that's how it should be. That's a driver's meeting, not a complaining session.
Yeah.
So
they have growing pains at this event.
And to be fair, Brian, you've only been to autocross drivers meetings.
This is true.
So
they're very efficient.
You don't have a big sample section to pull from.
Yeah. What are regular driving, or what are non-autocross drivers meeting like? Are they just
somewhere between autocross and Hillfest? So complaining sessions, there's plenty of that.
Okay.
Like, that's your opportunity as a driver to voice your opinion or your problem or your issue.
Yeah.
At this event, there was no shortage of those.
There was not. So I was in. So they split it up. You recommended the splitting up the numbers into groups because the previous day you said like all 200 people headed down the hill going to run.
Yeah, and then you're just stuck for hours.
Well,
just moving your car one car length at a time.
They did
for hours.
The first year, but it was only like 100 cars. So I don't recall it being that bad because most people would sort of like get in line, do a run, take a break, then come back.
Yeah.
Some people would hot lap it. But it wasn't as bad as now we have double the vehicles. And literally in the morning, they're like, drivers meeting over, everybody's at the bottom of the hill queuing up. So now you have nearly 200 vehicles in line. And it's just, there's nothing to do down there. This event it's difficult because the paddock area and the event is at the top of the hill. Most hill climbs, it's at the bottom. You drive to the top, you stage, you wait. They'll do like a group, and then you all come back down. Then they'll do another group. This hill, because it has two roads onto it, and you start at the bottom, you go to the top, and then you go all the way back around about 20 minutes. But still, I mean, there's just nothing to do. Once you're in line queuing up, you're just standing there with no cell signal, which Andrew is very sad about because he's a man that likes his signal. And yeah, people got grumpy. They were getting grumpy. But
so we were a bunch of 13-year-old girls who didn't have Snapchat available to us down there. That was the problem.
Yeah.
I see. Andrew needs a Snapchat.
I guess that's it.
Andrew bought a Starlink for this event. And my favorite part was at least two people I saw ask you if you were live streaming. And you're like, no, I'm a businessman. I'm working.
That's funny.
They're like, what? Aren't you here on vacation?
They said, but you're a 13-year-old girl, right? And I went, yeah.
So
I'm going to see if I can find times. Oh, they reset the times.
They reset all the times.
Yeah, because I was going to say that. So I think on my first day, the best time I did was like a 1:28 or 27. I think it might have been 28. And so I was feeling pretty good because my first runs were like a 1:37. My second was like 1:28.
137.
It's like 5 seconds faster. Yeah, seconds. Brian, who's never done a hill climb race or anything, I guess, outside of a autocross, correct?
And hasn't even seen this road
Hasn't
yet.
seen this road.
Oh, okay. I did.
He did
you guys did show me video the night before. So while we were enjoying our amazing pizza, we watched their runs from the previous day. So I got a good idea of what the hill
studied
looks like, and where to brake, how to come around this corner. There was one corner that was kind of like. There was only one corner I had a question about, and it was technically speaking the second corner. If you're talking about a corner like an autocross where the road goes right, in a short form versus a however 2,000 foot long left-hander. I count.
So you're talking about the sort of maybe not quite 90 degrees, but it's
the first hairpin he's talking about.
First hairpin?
No.
Then I have no idea what you're talking about.
The one right next to where the fire trucks would station.
That one.
The scary corner.
Yeah, it's the first because you're doing. I think my top speed was like 79 at one point, and you come into that corner, but you don't have to slow down as much as a hairpin, but you have to slow down some, and it's a bit of a blind corner.
Turns out you kind of don't have to slow down if you're really
only kind of,
yeah. You kind of don't have to. I proved that.
You just turn more.
So that was a bit sketchy for me because I was flying. Well, I wasn't flying. I was taking it easy. I was going up the hill. Huh?
I said I think you were doing what the car could because it eventually can't go any faster.
Right.
The poor
yes. I was flat on the floor in fourth gear going 80 miles an hour, and I was decelerating. So going up the hill, hit this right-hander. It's a blind corner. Like the hill is in the way. You can't see the exit of the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to kind of just figure it out. Turn in. I think this is it. And then I'm coming around the exit, and I see just sky. There wasn't actually sky, but being my first hill climb, it was sky. And I was like, oh, crap, there's an edge. And so I tapped the brakes. The rear got a little loose. I wasn't going that fast. But fortunately, I was able to keep the car under control. And then I was like, oh, that's not that bad, actually. I just took the wrong line. And then I finished the hill. And I think on that run, my first time, I think, was a 120.
So 120
seconds.
That first run, again, never doing this, never seeing the hill.
Yeah. He was like 10 seconds faster.
He's supposed to drive into the sky. He is substantially faster than every other Miata on the first run. So we're back at the top, and I'm waiting for my run group. Other Miata guys come up to go, how did he do? So we told them, and they're just like, wow. And I said, I told you guys.
Pretty good. It's pretty good, this kid. It's an interesting thing because I struggle with the braking points because it's very scary to go not every corner you're going that fast, but especially that first one you're doing 80 and you can brake pretty fast because you're going uphill and you're actually not going quite as fast as you think or it feels because you're on this 2-lane road.
Yeah, and for me, not used to be going 80 miles an hour and then seeing the road turn
into the sky.
Well, super hard to the right, almost 180 to the right.
Yeah. And I struggled with that because I could have braked much later and probably less than I kept doing. But I don't know. That's part of the challenge it's very unique in that manner.
Or you could just do what I did and just go, I feel like I could stay flat out.
Yeah.
And then stay flat out, miraculously make it around the corner, and you go, oh, crap. The fact that I just proved I could do it means I'm going to have to do that every time, but it doesn't seem possible.
Yeah.
And I don't want to find out that it's not possible to continue doing that. Because finding that out is going to be...
It's going to hurt.
a really bad time.
Yeah, especially in your very nice modified Miata.
And I got worried because like I was trying to tell you guys all about it, right?
Uh-huh.
And then I'm just like, I swear I was going so fast there. And I'm just worried. I'm like, I've been saying this all day. Is it still true? Like I'm so disconnected from the run.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true anymore. So we're going to watch the video. And hopefully I'm not looking at that speedometer in the video and it says like 81 or something.
Yeah.
It's at 110.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
It's
crazy.
at 110. That was insane.
It's fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 80 it felt
Into
terrifying.
the sky. 110 into the sky.
Yep. I mean, that's faster than like some little airplanes.
Probably.
I don't know how fast little airplanes
fly. Maybe some sort of like a Piper Cub or whatever.
It's faster than my airplanes.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, how did you enjoy the event?
I had a blast. It was so cool. I needed a vacation. I'd been stuck in Ohio for too long. I needed a vacation. I needed to go somewhere new. And it was a great outlet for that. I got this. It was such a cool little town on top of the hill. The views
even hanging out in the paddock was super cool because you just talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
You look at just wild machines, right? From the most clapped out stuff to the most refined stuff.
You're looking at this 80-foot long semi, and you go, "How? How do they afford this?"
Yeah.
Well, and also, how did they get it up the hill?
Yeah, slowly, probably. But
yeah,
it's a cool event. It would be better if you could get more runs.
And I have no desire to go again.
No,
I had no desire. I only did 4 runs. I did 2 on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. The 2 on Sunday they didn't count for the event, but I didn't really care because in a stock powered Miata, you're never going to beat a C8 Z06 Corvette.
No, your fastest time Sunday was 1:17.181.
Yes.
And I don't think anyone came within 6 seconds of you in a stockish Miata.
Well, we don't know what this Miata is, but a guy named Eduardo got a 1:14 in a 2017 Miata.
That doesn't count.
That's an ND.
It's an ND.
Why does it not count?
Because it's a whole different animal. It's a different machine. Like even in an
it's a newer
course, it wouldn't be comparable.
Okay, it is a newer Miata, obviously.
Yeah,
but I'm
make
looking
a lot more power and
yeah, like the cars faster than Brian are things like Mustang GT, BMW M4, Mustang, Corvette, Challenger, Dodge Dakota. That was the Hellcat.
No, that wasn't. The Dakota was the old 80s Dakota.
Oh, okay.
With the roll cage.
And no exhaust.
Oh, the pickup truck.
Yeah,
that thing was so loud.
Yeah.
So loud. So yeah, you were the fastest car of that type for sure. Because, let's see here. The fastest of Sunday was a Supra Corvette Focus RS.
Basically, what we're saying is, congratulations, Brian.
Yeah.
Even when you're not racing LMC, you still get to win.
Thanks.
You got to get yourself.
I wasn't trying to.
No,
I was just going to have fun. Like it was a new experience.
Go to a real hill climb event.
But you have to buy a fire suit.
You got to buy a fire suit,
and they require a cage.
Not necessarily.
Oh, good.
And a stock-ish Miata, well, they don't require a cage.
That's true.
In a stock-ish Miata, you might be below the breakout time, so you don't need that extra layer of safety.
Because that's true. Our friend's dad rolled his BRZ once.
Right.
There's no cage.
Just don't do that to my Miata.
Yeah.
That's all.
I don't know. I was terrified because I watched and photographed multiple hill climbs that Andrew drove when we lived as friends in New Hampshire. So, like Vermont, New Hampshire has hill climbs on these tiny ass mountain roads that are super windy and bumpy and skinny. And I was like, there's no way I would ever want to do this because it's just, I feel like I would not have the car control.
I feel way more comfortable on those than I do at the Hillfest.
Now I think I could because, it's pretty nerve-wracking to try a hill climb in the first place. But once you do it at an event like this, you're like, oh, okay, well, it's not that bad. And then you think about that, what you were mentioning about speed. Like you get a lot of speed at that first section because it's so flat. And if you didn't have that, if it's just a little windy mountain road, then it prevents you from really getting too crazy, I think.
And it passed hill climbs.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun, I think.
My very first hill climb, I was driving a road that I'd never seen before. It had like 42 turns on it. I've seen 0 of those turns.
Mm-hmm.
I was driving a car that I'd never driven before. It was a 1987 RX-7.
Okay.
I was in a Kirky seat. For anyone who knows what a Kirky seat is, I'd never seen one before. And this was for a very short, rotund man.
Yeah.
So the
bolsters are like a foot long, and they go in all the way to your
but they're like 4
belly
feet
almost.
wide.
Yeah.
So I don't fit in this seat whatsoever.
Oh, they're wide. Okay.
Yeah. I'm on slicks, which I'd never driven a car with slicks before at this point. And the car has no power steering. I was used to my BRZ's very light, flickable power steering.
Yeah.
And it starts to rain. And I start thinking to myself, what's this going to do with the slicks and the rain?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, they're called slicks.
Had I known, I probably wouldn't have driven the way I drove.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pulling up to the start line, and this is a hill climb, so you start on a hill. So they chalk your back tires, so you don't have to start and hold the brake. Which is nice.
Yeah, this hill climb in West Virginia starts on a flat, so they didn't require that. Most hill climbs, you start.
Yeah, they'll chalk the back tire. So
wow.
Then you get the countdown, you get the lights, but the whole time I'm in grid. I'm like strapping in, never dealt with a 6-point harness before. I don't know what a window net is. I don't know how to get out of this thing if I roll over. I don't know anything. And I'm just so nervous pulling up. And the whole time I'm just thinking, why am I doing this? Why did I sign up for this?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to go home and lay down in a dark basement and watch Netflix. What could I do to get out of this right now? And then I pull up, and now I'm next in line, and I'm so freaking nervous. Yeah. And the monster car in front of me takes off, and the exhaust is spitting in my face, and I'm like a terrified 5-year-old. And then I pull up to the line, they chalk the wheel, and I'm so freaking nervous. And I'm just sitting there, and they're like, "Are you ready?" And I'm like, "No, definitely not." And then the lights start counting down, and I put it in first. Light turns green. I dump the clutch, and every thought I had for the last 20 minutes completely vanishes. All like the fear, the concern, the anxiety, all of that. And it for the only time in my life, I got this feeling of like everything happened in slow motion. Because as soon as the light turned green, all my brain could think about was dumping the clutch and hooking up the rear tires with the right amount of spin, right? And nothing else. And then the next thought I had once I hooked up and launched was, all right, RX-7, rev it up, tack it out, hit the red line like at the perfect time to shift and nail the second gear shift while maybe looking ahead a little bit to see where the road goes. Then I do that. Next thought was, okay, do the same thing, but for third gear while driving through these corners up ahead. Then I do that. And then it was just look ahead. And I had never been more hyper-focused than that moment in my life. These 3 minutes up this hill or 4 minutes, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was like a 4-mile hill. So I'm just going, and I'm learning the course for the first time. Car gets sideways, drive right through it. I forget all about the slicks. I forget all about what I don't know about this car, and I'm just driving it. And I get to the top, and everyone's like, geez, I wish this rain stopped. And I'm like, oh, yeah, rain. And they show me my time, and I compare it to everybody else's.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like the fastest person, like faster than cars that way outclassed me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. Right. So then it dries out. We go back down, and I got to the top, and I'm not scared anymore. I'm so amped up. All I want to do is go back down and do it again. Like go faster. Right.
Okay.
Then we go back down to the bottom, and I go back to the paddock, and now I wait for my next run group again. All the anxiety, all the fear, all the bad thoughts all came right back. Now all I want to do is leave and go home, and I do it again.
Netflix in a dark basement.
Yeah, Netflix in a dark basement. Then, but the light turns green. I do it again, get back in the zone, make it to the top. All I care about is what's my time? What's that guy's time? What's that guy's time?
Mm-hmm.
How do I stack up? Turns out everyone dialed it back in the rain.
Yeah.
Because they knew things.
They're smart.
Yeah. I wasn't smart enough to know things. So
fear.
I just went all out, and I was like super fast, way ahead. And then the dry kind of evened it back out. And now I'm positioned like in a reasonable position.
Nah.
But nevertheless, I fell in love with it in that moment.
Yeah.
Especially when it wasn't even my car. But that's the type of hill climb that you need to do, Brian.
He doesn't sound convinced.
Well, with that level of confidence, you'll do great.
Yeah. The whole wrecking my whole investment is not very appealing.
Yeah, but
yeah,
unless you get knocked down to the bottom, how are you ever going to build back up?
Yeah.
You're young. You can lose it all now.
I could, but that doesn't mean I have to.
Says the guy who quit on Saturday after one run because he got a little loose in the corner. What's the matter? You didn't want to risk it all?
Well,
Smash
to be
your
fair, I
beautiful
was
Miata?
30 seconds faster than you.
Well, yeah, because you have so much more power, obviously.
I wasn't going to mention that, but oh, and on my run,
yeah,
the great run that was like I can never duplicate that.
yeah.
Right after that, I turned for the first hairpin, and I'm just thinking, amazing. The hard part of the hill,
Yeah.
I just did the best I could possibly do. I'm going to set the greatest time. The rest of the hill is easy. It's just like hairpin, wide road, hit your points, don't miss shift, easy. Rest of it's super easy. As soon as I take the first hairpin, I'm ready to gun it. Second gear, use all that power, put it down, feels good, shift, do the whole thing. I gun it, and the car sounds awful, and it's not going like I expect it to be going.
Yeah.
And I slowly get through second gear, and then it's taking so long. I'm just looking around like at the scenery.
So the car sounds horrible, and Andrew is still flat on the floor pushing this thing as hard as he can.
Because there's an 800 horsepower monster coming up the hill behind me somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to ruin the game's run. I also don't want to get crashed into by a guy with 800 horsepower.
Yeah, in an event like this, you don't want to like stop.
Yeah,
because that's very poor etiquette.
Like
so
I just assumed
get up the hill, go.
My car's blown up, so like stopping now is only going to put like the body of the car at risk.
Yeah,
right. Like the driveline's already done, so I'm going. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I can get it up to a spot where there's visibility and I can pull off or something. So I'm going and I'm looking around. Things are taking forever, and the car sounds like crap. But it is still going. It's still accelerating. So I'm like, well, it's not dead. Let's just keep going, see if I can get it up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I run the rest of the run like that. Turns out it was still a 105. I thought it was like a 900 second run at that point. But yeah, so I'm driving and I drive it back to the paddock, like 2 more miles. And I'm rolling in. I'm driving in, putting through the parking lot. I pull up and I see Brian and I go, the car's broke. He's like, what? I go, listen. So he hears it, and he's like, pop the hood.
I said, that sounds like a Subaru. And it did. It sounded like a Subaru.
So I popped the hood. 3 seconds later, car's running great. It was just a spark plug wire got knocked loose. The stupidest thing. Ruined my run.
The best, worst outcome.
Yep.
So
the car's fine.
Easy fix, yeah. And if anyone wants to see a video of that run, they can go to @Puke0010 on YouTube.
Or editor. Put the links in the YouTube description.
Can do
or
that too.
He just gets the video and puts it over us talking.
Click here, like and subscribe.
Yeah. Well, now the editor knows where to find it on my YouTube channel. Because I realized, I don't know why I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't done anything with it since college, like 7 years ago.
Good story.
And I realized, like, because we were searching when Brian got
college 7 years ago.
Yeah.
How old are you, Brian?
Oh, I'm 43. People can go to college, not.
Yeah, but that's weird. Everyone thinks that you're 26 years old.
Sorry,
now.
I'm a veteran. I used my benefits as an adult. Yeah. But when I was in college for extremely useful graphic design,
see, if I go and say that, it's illegal.
Yeah. Why is it illegal?
I don't know. Stolen valor.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's illegal, but
I don't know what it is.
Faux pas. It's.
I got out of a ticket.
Rude. True, because you were driving my car. But yeah, we were trying to find videos of Hillfest, and we realized some guy was posting his Miata videos like immediately that evening. We were watching a couple videos, and was like, I have a YouTube channel. Why don't I put any of these autocross videos up there? So I at least have 2 videos from Hillfest now on my YouTube channel. And I should start putting like fastest runs or something from autocross up there, just so people can see them.
Cool.
They might enjoy it. I don't know.
Editor, reverse time long enough that we can finish the last topic and I can still get out of here at a decent time.
Yeah. It is 8 p.m. for those wondering.
Brian, you've done, I don't know, 9 of these by now, right? These podcasts. How do you end a show?
We kind of just say, all right, we'll see you later.
No, you don't have to do that. You just in the middle of someone talking, you just cut them off and end it.
Yeah.
Bye. That's it.
And then you
Alrighty.
play some music again, yeah.
And then we play music. We need to add music.
Yes.
Well, no, there is an intro. There is an intro. I actually enjoy the intro. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, you have to have an outro too. Like some fun, exciting
we
music.
have an outro. We'll work on that. So,
all right, I really got to get out of here because I got a long drive home with a trailer, and I haven't had dinner or any food all day today.
All right,
I've only had coffee from 4:52 this morning until now.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Alrighty.
Can you?
That concludes
Yeah,
the
hold on.
LMC podcast.
Oh, you're doing this?
Guys,
Oh, okay.
later.
We already said bye though.
Yeah, that's when he said bye.
When
that's
I said
what,
bye.
editor.
There's no more.
Editor,
Yeah,
cut.
editor, bye.